So E3, they gave us all the leaks of on future games, and it's looking like Xbox decided to give us some information of the future consoles. So, is it good? Is it realistic? Or does this, pretty much sound like, corporate mumbo jumbo? Well, stay tuned. So Microsoft's E3 event on Xbox was a leak on the future console named Project Scarlett, I guess. Yeah. With the bottom saying holiday 2020. So calm your horses. It's still gonna be a while, pretty much. So what's going to make the new future console so much better than everyone's current console? So, well, make it more like a PC, right? It's gonna have an SSD like Sony's future PlayStation. Everyone's on the SSD wagon. Well, we're here in the PC side. We already know, SSDs are freaking helpful. And now since games are getting ridiculous, fools, like oh my god, like Destiny on freaking PC is like 80 gigs now. Can you imagine your poor mechanical hard drive trying to find that information? It's gonna take a while. Loading time's gonna take longer. So an SSD is always good regardless. I mean, the cheapest bang for the buck SSD will make a humongous difference compared to a Velociraptor, which was considered, one of the big gaming hard drives. And I'm like, that just shows how it is. So while consoles are finally going in the SSDs, while PCs are already on M.2, hey, it's all good, because I'm gonna say right now, if you play Grand Theft Auto, those loading screens were horrific. So pretty much they claim it's going to be 4 times more powerful as the Xbox X or whatever, right? Which doesn't mean much because I'm X, I guess Scorpio, the Project Scorpio one. Either way, it's kind of vague number. They're not claiming anything, but I mean, take it with a grain of salt. Now, we do know that it's rolling with AMD Zen 2 CPU, so we know it's going to be packing a few cores, which is a good. So that's awesome. They also said that they will be able to be able to play games on 8K at 120 frame rates per second. But let me explain, okay? So, if you keep yourself up to date when it comes to video cards, and the statement, it's kind of BS, to be honest. Not being a fanboy, not being anything, just being completely honest. When they say you can play games on 4K, I'm sure it's just gonna be 4K. Well, they say they can play in 8K, but I mean, it's probably either 4K or 1440p, and it gets stretched up to 8K. So that's probably most likely what they mean, because there's no way. I mean, we got video cards right now, like pretty much the GTX 1080 Titans and all those, and even the ones that AMD brought out. And I mean, people can't really play in 8K. They can, but they're not gonna be hitting 120 frame rates if they're going full settings. That's for sure. So, I mean, if they're hitting that 120 frame per second is overwhelming. So, I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be more like the Xbox 360 when they claimed it was 1080p. And it was really 720i or 720p-ish, and it could stretch up to 1080i. Well, I'll say 1080p, but it's really 1080i. It's the same thing. Now, for being able to run games on 120 frames per second, now that's it's really a game changer, to be honest. I mean, I hate when people say that the human eye cannot see no more than 60 FPS or frames per second. It's BS. I mean, the biggest lie. I mean, most people that say this, whenever they say this, they have a gaming computer with a gaming monitor that is 60 hertz. I mean, well, of course you can't see the rest of the frame rate. You have a 60 hertz monitor, and also you have to do with the latencies on the screen. So if you have a 1 millisecond response time, 144 hertz gaming monitor, ooh, you know what I'm talking about. It looks like jello. So most people that do have consoles, people tend to play in their big living room TV. Now, but the thing is that those big TVs have a horrible millisecond response rate. So in order to explain is a millisecond response rate, that's like, you ever see those gaming computers, they say 1 ms. That's your response rate. Well, these 40-inch TV, there's some that got like 14, 15 millisecond response rate. So that means you don't see that information. So you don't get that buttery smooth feeling. And I mean, if you have, and another thing too is that people would complain and say, well, I have a 120 hertz TV or a 240 hertz TV, and I can say and tell you that you cannot see more than 60 FPS. Whoa, no shit, you can't see it because your console is capped at 60 frames per second. In other words, you could have a 500 hertz monitor, which doesn't exist. At least I don't think so, but you're still going to see 60 because the console's capped at 60. The console's capped at 60. When you see the game, it's capped on 60. So if the games can go up to 120 hertz, oof, that's going to be beautiful. People will notice it. It will be such a game changer. And if it's 120 hertz, then you have, you know, Xbox trying to fuse, you know, keyboard and mouse with games. That's actually make a lot more sense. Like, wow, okay, now you have the 120 hertz and, you know, that area when it looks like buttery smooth. Then you got your mouse and it's like, whoa, like, man, they're getting up there. So yeah, let me know, what do you guys think? Does the new console tickle your pickle? And if you're a PS4 fan, does it entice you at all? Well, my name's Jose Grande, aka Chingmamon. Like and subscribe if you like my stupid rambling, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, eh? Yeah, that one.